As we move into the future, shopping centre design will evolve considerably. And what we will see is that design will become more meaningful, more sophisticated, more beautiful, and more artistic. Key to this evolution, we need to rethink our view on anchor tenants. I think we're going to see a shift away from a pure anchor tenant in a traditional form and a move towards an anchor mix. In other words, a strategic blend that attracts.
Each of Moana's shopping centre needs to have its own identity, and the focus is for it to be quite a unique tenant mix.
If you don't cater for family and for a full experience, I think you're going to get caught short.
Our shoppers are telling us that these are the type of tenants that they want to see in our malls. That's why these tenants are performing.
We believe a lot in data and using data to help us understand our consumers and our communities better.
So whilst technology will no doubt enhance efficiencies, the omni-channel nature, as well as the novelty value of shopping centres, it is my sincere hope that what technology does for shopping centres is that it allows humans to in fact be more human, and for there to be much more focus on the realities of the human condition.
So in preparing for the 2030 net zero target that we set for the property business, we have focused on creating alternative forms of energy and have implemented a number of solar plants on the roofs of our shopping centres. The most notable example is the one on the Eastgate rooftop, which is the biggest rooftop solar on a shopping centre in South Africa.
Shopping centres are an important catalyst for development in the areas where we operate. It's important that shopping centre owners start to think about rejuvenating the areas around their shopping centres. You can start small with a litter campaign, but that will have an impact on your community.
There's such an incredible energy in the townships. It's such a gratifying place to go once you look below the grime, below the surface, to see this resilience that exists, this hope and this belief that there is a brighter future ahead.
The shopping centre of the future will show increased sensitivity to key consumer influences of the times.
You know, when you look at things like athleisure, for instance, and you see the strong performance in that category, it speaks a lot to, being seen, being an individual, not being homogenous. And for instance, in areas like Soweto, where we've got malls, you'll find that, your Kaizer Chiefs and your Orlando Pirates and some of those brands do phenomenally well.
In the shopping centre of the future, I believe that the lipstick effect will entrench. These are purchases of small, uplifting luxuries to soothe you during hard times.
Previously, retailers could introduce a concept and then customers would follow. But we're seeing a reverse in that customers are looking for what they're looking for, and us as property owners and retailers have to respond.
Aesthetics and presentation will be increasingly important to the shopping centre of the future. Specifically, Instagrammable features and a focus on nostalgia.
One of the other things that have been really important for us was to reduce what we send to landfill. And we worked really hard on a strategy to reduce the waste in our environments and have received a certificate of our entire portfolio being net zero waste ready. Imagine the waste that comes out of a shopping mall from our restaurants, from the customers, from all the shops that we have. All those get composted on site, and we send very, very little of that to landfill.
Trendy lifestyle formats need to embrace the current consumer La Dolce Vita attitude to life.
An interesting one for me has been accessories. And accessories again speak to this context of me showing who I am, what I'm about, where I'm from.
Increasingly exciting entertainment options need to compete with the Netflix and chill culture that has taken over the world.
We give people kind of almost an escapism, an opportunity to get away from where they're living and into an open space with entertainment, with all the amenities.
In the shopping centre of the future, we are going to see that service levels will elevate dramatically, and there's going to be much more focus on the importance of personal touch.
You know, it makes one proud. I think at the end of the day, you feel you're part of the community. The community is also feeling quite a bit a part of the shopping centre. It feels like a family experience.
I feel that the shopping centre of the future will have a much stronger empathy theme. I think there's going to be much more recognition of the fact that hard times and hard headspaces need to be met with soft times and soft spaces. This will reflect in a focus on happiness, dopamine, and uplifting spaces, as well as the theme of dignity. And this will occur in respect of not only people, but also the planet, animals, and technology. As we move forward into the future, and as the belief economy evolves, it is critical to remember that ultimately your brand must be trusted and your brand must have meaning.